bro, just shut up. It is complicated. And if that's just something that's on your mind, I'm going to tell you how to not make it complicated and how it is actually pretty, right? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You're at Renisha, Jesvita, and today I'm going to talk about a topic that I really wanted to talk about, and that is college is not as complicated as people make it seem. It is not hard, it's just that. Yes, it is going to be challenging. You are going to have dress codes, you're going to have assignments, you're going to have research papers, you are going to have people morally policing you because that's the place we live in. But isn't every other thing that you do just going to be like that? Isn't everything else hard? And if you feel it's not, let me clear that concept for you, irrespective of what you do. Let it be university, let it be work, or let it be just anything. Everything is hard. Nothing is easy. So you might as well do uni and have a basic or a complicated degree as per your wish. Firstly, let's talk about the education part and get that out of our way. So education, usually at least in the university that I studied in, we knew our subjects and they would give us the syllabus, which would often get lost in the numerous things that were sent in the college WhatsApp group. So if you wanted to prioritize your studies, you wanted to prioritize your grades, the safest option would be to send it to yourself on WhatsApp so that you would keep a track of all of it. Next thing to do in the terms of education is definitely reach out to your seniors, and if not your seniors, just ask your teachers. Trust me, they do not care. They will give you the information. Just be like, what is the book? Because usually in uni you have to get your book yourselves. Usually they are available at the stationery, or you can just get it online, whatever it is. I only got one physical copy of a psychology book. Rest everything I learned it through PDFs and online because
I just wasn't spending 1K on a psychology book.
No. Enough trauma I have. I don't need trauma of getting a freaking book that costs like so much, and that's just a whole other story. When exams come in, so like when exams come in and when they are telling you that you have exams, usually they provide you a timetable and they tell you, usually in uni, what will work out best for you if you want good grades is that like just be in touch with what's happening in class, or know what chapter the teacher is doing so that you can just go home and be aware of what chapter is doing, irrespective of if you're listening in class or not. Otherwise, you're just not going to win, so you can't really complain about it. A lot of times in college, teachers quite frankly don't give a damn. There are teachers who do, but there are teachers who are just going to teach their stuff and just leave. So it is upon you if you want to go and ask them to go and collect notes from your friends or make notes yourself, whatever works out the best for you. So education is completely on you. Yes, there are going to be teachers, but this is not school. They ain't spoon feeding you. Trust me, they do not spoon feed you at all. So it's upon you to see the subject, to see the chapters, to study, and so that like even if you're at least 50% aware, and if they're just giving the timetable, let's say a week or two before, you still have time. It is not complicated. It's just like school. Every college, usually except Jane, from what I know, has a mandatory attendance requirement. Joseph's has 75, and from what I know, Christ has 85. Do not play with this. Please, I am requesting you. I know university is hard, but what is harder is not having the required attendance and then running around behind teachers' back as they have all the fun in the world. Yes, they do get pissed, and yes, it's extra additional work for them also, but they're like, well, you didn't attend class, why should I give you attendance? And you're going to crib about, that teacher didn't give me attendance, why did you not attend class? You were supposed to attend, no. What were you doing at home? I totally understand, though you are going to have days when you're just going to be like, I do not want to go to college. I've had those days. I've had some of my worst times in university and I've still showed up to class because honestly for me, routine was the one thing that kept me alive. So I just knew I had to go to class. So that was for me. But I know a lot of people who physically cannot get themselves out of bed, and that's okay. That is why you have, at least in Joseph's, those 25% of freedom you have to just not attend classes. But the moment you realize it is slipping down, the moment you realize it's the end of the semester, do not play with it. Do not play with yourself. Go and attend class. You really quite frankly, a lot of the teachers don't even care if you pay attention or not. They're just going to teach their stuff and leave, because ultimately it's upon you, right? You are the one going to pass, you are the one going to fail. They are going to get paid anyway. So it's none of their business. So at least just show up. Go and sleep in class for all you care, but make sure your attendance is there. Anyone who said that you have to immerse yourself in studies, that you cannot have fun if you want to get good grades, can just go F themselves. That is the most wrong perception people have, that if you have to be a topper, that you have to cross your social life or just like kill your social life. Excuse me, shut up. I've had fun, I've gone out with my friends, I've partied. Actually, I'm not, because I didn't have fun. Okay, but I've still had my share of fun, and I've still scored. What was my final grade? I think it was first class or distinction or something, whatever it was. It was a good grade, okay? My point over here is that you need to manage your time. You can have fun while studying. I've literally woken up at 5 a.m. and studied. Why? Because in the evening I had to go somewhere out with my friends, and I was not missing out on that. But I could not let my studies go down. And for me personally, this might just be a fear of my own, because I've had that time in my life where I gave my friends my everything, like everything, and completely ignored my studies. And
My God, was that a horrid time in my life?
so I was not going to go back to it. That is why I made sure to balance my studies and my time. Find a reason for yourself. That's all I can say. Find a reason and balance it. Know that if you want to have fun and if you still want to get grades, you have to put in the work. You can't like get up at 10 a.m., go out with your friends at 12 p.m., come back at 7 p.m., and then next day when the exam is time, like, why did I get low grades? Why did I not score well? Why did I not know the answer? Maybe because you didn't study. Maybe because you didn't put in the work. So manage your time properly, effectively. I will make a video on how to manage time. There are numerous ways you can do it, but ultimately you need to have that discipline in yourself to do it. I know the hardest part of uni, or just the hardest part in life, is making friends. Especially friends you can trust and you can be with, and especially those friends who will genuinely stay by your side, not just be, yeah bro, I'll always be there, and they just take the first turn they can. I know that's incredibly hard if you've just had like some bad experiences in life, but trust me, university is a very, very big place. College is a big place. Just get out there. Find someone who you have a common interest with. Usually when you follow people on Instagram from India, you will see when they repost funny stories or something, you'll come to know if you have something in common with them. Be the person to message if someone has not already messaged you, and trust me, if you want friends, sometimes you've got to take the first step, even if you're a big introvert. And especially if you're an introvert, social media actually helps you out a lot in this matter, because that means you can actually talk to someone without having the nervousness of talking in face to face. And so like once you get comfortable over social media, it's not that hard in real life, because they're like, hey bro, I know you. I mean, I know it's the first time we talk, and it will be like 10 minutes awkward, but nah, we'll be fine. You know, that's how it is always, and you will be fine. So just go out there, make friends. And one of the best possible ways I can suggest you that in uni to make friends is to join associations, various associations, and especially associations that genuinely draw your interest. Like if you like music, definitely join the choir, or you know, the music associations. If you like social work, social associations, and so on, because that already means you're finding people who have a common interest in the thing that you like, and that's one of the easy ways to make friends. But most importantly, I want to remind you, friends are not everything. Make them a part of your life. Don't make them your life, because trust me, a lot of friendship breakups will happen, and if you are so attached to that person, you will be the one suffering. So make them a part of your life, but don't make them your life. The next thing is often that, now this is connected with the association of friendship that we just talked about. Because you want to make friends, a lot of other people might be involved in certain things that you might not like, and you might sometimes feel the need to be like, oh, let me join them, maybe then they will accept me, maybe let me do this, maybe that. And you know, that is your perception of how friendships will be. Do not fall into that. If your friend is a genuine person, they will love you, they will be friends with you, and they will do something that you both have in common also, but they will never force you to do something that you personally do not like or something that goes against your belief. If you have a friend who is forcing you to do something that you know you don't like, it might be time to reevaluate that friendship. Because irrespective of what two people want to do, you should never force each other to do something the other person doesn't want. That's just not friendship. So peer pressure is a real thing. It is a real thing in high school, middle school, university, even in jobs. But know that if you do not want it, you can say no. You are allowed to say no. Please do not fall into the pressure of acceptance and the need to feel validated, because it will suck. I know this video is getting too long, so I'm just going to end it with this one. There are a lot of things that happen in uni, so please know that you do not need to have it all figured out. You do not need to multitask. Just because someone is doing numerous things, you do not need to do that. Just because you're still living with your parents, it is not a bad thing. Please stop letting those thoughts get into your head. That's a very, very bad mindset that you have. If you have it, please try to change it. But I want to end this video by saying that yes, university is not complicated if you really think about it. And a lot of people only realize that after they have left university, which is why I'm making this video, so that you're not as confused as me. You're not as, you don't realize this very late, but you realize it now. Most importantly, I'm saying most importantly so many times, but ultimately what I'm trying to say is, remember when I told you that Josephs only has 75%, 25%, whatever it is. Yes, a lot of times health, this might, fall in and all that. But please do take days for yourself. Know it is okay to miss one day of university for yourself if you just need that break. Routine is good, but sometimes you also need a break from that routine. Even if that means just sitting at your home doing nothing, watching a series, it is okay once in a while. Do not feel bad for that. You need to recharge, because if your mental health is not at its best, your physical health will deteriorate, and that is not good for yourself. So ultimately, university, school, college are all a part of life, but put yourself first. Hope you all like this video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Renisha Jesvita signing off. Make sure to always smile and celebrate life.